In today's world, it's easy to feel stuck. We all have our fair share of challenges and obstacles that can hold us back from achieving our goals and living the lives we want. But what if I told you there's a way to break free from the chains of stagnation and start moving forward? In this podcast, we're going to share with you some of the most powerful tools and techniques I've learned over the years for overcoming obstacles and achieving my own goals. I'll also share some personal stories from my own life to illustrate how these tools can be applied in real-world situations. Let's get started. Welcome to the Catalyst Podcast. I'm your host, Jason. We're live on all your favorite platforms, including Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Threads, and TikTok. You can also listen to the podcast and its episodes on Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Podbean. Just like a catalyst sparks a reaction, we hope that's what this podcast will do, ignite a fire within you to create positive change in your own life. Want to be a part of this Catalyst community? We'd love to hear from you. Reach out to us at catalystmotivationpodcast@gmail.com. That's catalystmotivationpodcast@gmail.com. So what does it mean to be stuck? And before we can start talking about how to get unstuck, we need to first define what it means to be stuck. In my opinion, being stuck is when you feel like you're not making progress towards your goals. When you're feeling stuck in a rut and you're not sure how to get out. Now, feeling stuck is a common human experience, and there are many reasons why people may find themselves in this state. Here's some common causes. The first is fear of failure, and that is a big one for me. Fear of failure has held me back for many, many a moon. And, you can't go back and change it. You just got to recognize it and move forward with that knowledge. But fear of failure is our first one. The perfectionist trap. Striving for perfection can lead to fear of failure, as any mistake or imperfection can be seen as a complete failure. This guy right here. And also fear of the unknown, which is also me. I'm a double whammy. Stepping outside somebody's comfort zone can be daunting, and the fear of the unknown can paralyze individuals, like physically paralyze them. I've had people in some of my training classes who, when it was time for them to speak, it's kind of a call center environment, their whole body, demeanor would change, their presence, the way they felt. You can see them. I mean, some people would get so worked up, they'd make themselves sick. Why? Fear of what? You haven't even done it yet. Fear of what? There's a YouTube video that I always like to show people. Now, the person in the video has his issues, but that's neither here nor there. The message is the important part. It's Will Smith describing jumping out of an airplane and the fear that happened before he actually did it. It's on YouTube. Go check it out. Will Smith jumps out of an airplane. One of my favorite videos to explain what fear is and what you could do about it. So definitely go check it out. Let's see. Number 2. Let's get back on track, Stan. The second is lack of motivation. Burnout, consistent stress, and overwork can deplete motivation and energy levels. A lack of clear goals. Without clear objectives, it's difficult to stay motivated and focused. And then finally, a big one for me, just getting raw and real here, man. Negative self-talk. Self-doubt and negative thoughts can erode motivation and self-belief. The next is procrastination. And we procrastinate because of the fear of being overwhelmed. Breaking down large tasks into smaller, more manageable steps can alleviate procrastination. You know what I'm about to say. Turn your big rocks into little rocks. That's right. Lack of prioritization. Not knowing what tasks are more important can lead to procrastination. And finally, a desire for instant gratification. The immediate pleasure of distractions can outweigh long-term benefits of completing tasks. Self-doubt is next. You have the imposter syndrome. Feeling like a fraud and a fake can erode self-confidence and hinder progress. Yes, a lot of my career has been I felt like a fraud. I felt like I was eventually going to get found out. Maybe I did. I don't know. But that's how I lived most of my time. Whether it was working in radio in Philadelphia or Detroit or Memphis or Florida, working for Aflac, working at, some of the other places I've worked at. Yeah, that identity, that imposter syndrome was prevalent for me. And, once the cancer came is when I really started to kind of do that, deep dive to myself and notice that. And I'm more aware of it now. And when it does come up, I can see it and take care of it. Let's move on. Self-doubt can be, can come from negative comparisons. Comparing yourself to others can lead to feelings of inadequacy and self-doubt. And normally, if you're comparing someone to yourself, they're probably doing it to you. I've had that happen like gyms. Like, here's the guy I'm always, always showing off and I got to keep up with him. Oh, I thought you were the guy, right? Or that famous thing when Ringo left the Beatles and he was talking to each one of the Beatles and Ringo says to John Lennon, he meets with John, he goes, you and George and Paul are ganging up all against me. And John goes, I thought it was the three of you. He went to Paul and the same thing and George the same thing. So yeah, the comparison thing is a big one. Finally, past failures. Past setbacks create negative self-images and limiting future aspirations. So many of us carry the baggage of our past and wear it as a badge of that's who we are. That's who we were. We don't still have to be that person. We can let it go and move forward. All right. Finally, being overwhelmed. Too many tasks, taking on too many responsibilities at once can lead to feeling overwhelmed and stressed. Lack of time management skills. Poor time management can exacerbate the feelings of being overwhelmed. Every now and then, this still becomes an issue for me. I know it's a big issue when it comes to my son, but that's a different story altogether. Finally, with feeling overwhelmed, the fear of making the wrong decision. This paralysis can prevent individuals from making decisions and taking action. As I mentioned before, some people, they'll get themselves sick because they're afraid to make a mistake. Mistakes are opportunities for growth. We've been told, over and over and over, we have to be perfect. We have to be right. No, it's okay to make a mistake. It's okay to break some eggs. Because in breaking those eggs, we find out where the challenges are and how we can become better at what we do. By understanding the root causes of feeling unstuck, individuals can take steps to overcome these challenges and regain their momentum. Now, while understanding the root cause of feeling stuck is essential, it's not the only first step. To truly break free, we must translate this understanding to concrete action. Feeling stuck can be frustrating and an immobilizing experience. However, the key to breaking free from this cycle lies in taking action. As the saying goes, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. So why does action matter? What we need to do is we need to understand the importance of action. So let's explore exactly why it matters so much. So I have 4 key points as to why action matters. Let's start off with breaking the cycle of stagnation. Inaction perpetuates the feeling of being stuck. By taking any action, no matter how small, you can disrupt this cycle and start moving forward. It also builds momentum. Small actions can lead to significant results. Each step you take, no matter how tiny, builds momentum and propels you towards your goals. It also boosts your confidence. By taking action, even in the face of fear, you can boost your self-confidence. It proves to yourself that you are capable of overcoming your challenges. Finally, it also sparks creativity. Action can stimulate creativity and innovation. By taking a step, you open yourself up to new ideas and possibilities. So you might be saying to yourself, Jason, the the title of this episode is Unstuck. So how do you get unstuck? Here's a few tips. The first one is set realistic goals. Don't try to do too much at once. Start off with small, achievable goals that you can build on over time. Number 2, break down your goals into smaller steps. Big rocks into the little rocks. This will make them seem less daunting and more manageable. Take one step at a time is number 3. Don't get overwhelmed by thinking about the big picture. Just focus on the task at hand. Number 4, a big one. Don't be afraid to fail. Everyone fails at some point in their life. The important thing is to learn from your mistakes and keep moving forward. Finally, don't give up. It may take some time, but eventually you'll break free from the chains of stagnation. In addition to those, here are a few other things that can help you get unstuck. Find a support system. Having people to support you can really make a big difference. When you find that support system, make sure it's with positive people. Surround yourself with positive people. Positive people can help you stay motivated and focused. How about believe in yourself? Believe in you. Because if you don't believe in yourself, no one else will. And love yourself enough to believe in yourself. Take care of yourself. When you're not feeling good physically and mentally, you're more likely to not feel productive. So you want to feel good. And when you do feel good mentally and physically, you're more likely to be as productive as possible. Finally, and I've said this so many times in so many episodes, don't compare yourself to other people. Everyone is on their own journey. They're not on yours. Focus on your own progress and don't worry about what other people are doing or saying. Let me tell you a quick story. There's a man who was stuck in a dead-end job and he was unhappy with his work, but he was afraid to quit because he didn't know what he wanted to do next. So one day he decided to take a leap of faith and quit his job. He wasn't sure what would happen next, but he knew that he couldn't stay in his current situation any longer. How many of you people are out there are in the same situation? Right? Now, after quitting his job, the man took some time to figure out what he wanted to do with his life, and he eventually found a new job he loved. Basically, the story is a reminder that it's never too late to make a change. If you're unhappy with your current situation, don't be afraid to take a leap of faith and pursue your dreams. Now, finally, feeling stuck is a common experience, but it doesn't have to be permanent. By taking action and using the tips that I've shared with you, you can break free from the chains of stagnation and start living the life you want. Remember, the most important thing is to keep moving forward. Don't give up on your dreams, and don't let anything hold you back. Keeping these words in mind, let's look at some modern examples of individuals who've overcome stagnation and achieved their goals. You have a person like Elon Musk, who revolutionized industries from electric cars to space exploration. He didn't let setbacks and failures deter him. He persisted, adapted, and continued to innovate. How about Serena Williams, one of the greatest tennis players of all time? She faced numerous physical and mental challenges throughout her career, yet she overcame adversity through relentless training, unwavering belief in herself, and a constant drive to improve. What about J.K. Rowling? The author of the Harry Potter series was once a struggling single mother on welfare. She turned her imagination and perseverance into one of the most successful book series, but also successful movie series of all time. These individuals and countless others exemplify the power of taking action, even when the path forward is unclear. So what are you going to do to get unstuck? What's the one thing you can do today that will move you closer to your goals? I encourage you to take some action today. The sooner you start, the sooner you'll be on your way to living the life you want. So let's take a look at some of the possible next steps you can take. First one's identify the root cause of the problem. Pinpoint the specific reason why you're feeling stuck. Is it fear? Is it lack of motivation? Or is it something else? Number 2, set clear goals. Big rocks, little rocks. Break down your larger goals into smaller, more actionable steps. This is going to help you stay focused and motivated. Number 3, create a plan. Develop a step-by-step plan to achieve your goals. This will provide structure and direction. Number 4, now is the time. Now is the time. Take immediate action. Do not procrastinate. Start with small steps and build momentum. The 5th one is embrace failure as a learning opportunity. Mistakes are inevitable. Use them as opportunities to grow and improve. Finally, build a supportive network. Surround yourself with positive, encouraging people who can offer support and advice. Remember, the journey to overcome stagnation is unique to each individual. Be patient with yourself. Celebrate your successes and never give up on your dreams. Now, I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences when it comes to this. Share your stories, ask questions, and connect with other listeners in the comments below or on social media. Together, we can inspire and support each other on our paths to growth and fulfillment. Some additional resources are mindfulness apps like Headspace, Calm, and Insight Timer. You can get yourself some productivity tools like Trello, Asana, and Notion. And motivational podcasts, The Tim Ferriss Show, The Joe Rogan Experience, The School of Greatness, and the Catalyst Motivation Podcast. By taking action, you're not just overcoming a temporary setback, you're investing in the future itself. Let's break free from stagnation together and create the life we really, truly deserve. Folks, that's it. I want to say hello to some of our listeners. We have folks in India, Germany, Israel, Bulgaria, Nigeria, Mexico, Sweden, Australia, Great Britain. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and listening. We really appreciate it. Folks, don't hesitate to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments or on social media. We're all here to learn and grow together. And don't forget to like and subscribe to our podcast for more content like this. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. While you're there, leave us a review and help us spread the word. We're also active on social media, so follow us for even more inspiration there. You have Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Threads, and TikTok. I want to thank you so much for listening to episode 80. We'll see you next time for episode 81. Go be great.